Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I have to get rid of that. And we are live once again. Hello, short notice. I said I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't tell anybody when it was. So if we get viewers, awesome. If we don't, it will be preserved for posterity on YouTube, as with all of my reviews. Today, we're going to be reviewing FROOZZI from Tiny Rebel. But first, this. Yes, indeed. FROOZZI. There it is. Yep. Fruit Smoothie IPA 6.5 IPA. Is it more smoothie? Is it IPA? I don't know. I shy away from overly fruity beers. I am a purist that loves it when the hops do the talking. But sometimes people do crazy shit, and I want to try it. That's essentially what's happening here. Once again, this is a recommendation from Jacob, if he happens to be watching now or in the future. But he is let's call him I was gonna say the supermarket beer king. It sounds good, but maybe it's not that good. Big shout out to Mike who's watching. Hey, great to have you watching live and catching. I only just threw this out there half an hour ago, so kind of last minute even for me, because I had some last minute meetings for work as we wind up Friday and proceed directly into the weekend. And for me, to London tomorrow and then on to Valencia for a week, where I hope to find some Spanish beers that I know exist, but I can find when I'm not in Spain, but I can never find when I'm actually in Spain, which is kind of a shame, you know? All right, let's get out of the fridge. I didn't take it out of the fridge early because I feel like it'll be better cold. Close that. Let's get a close-up of that. Tiny Rebel, we'll talk a little bit about them for better, for worse. FROOZZI, fruit smoothie. Additional details on the back. Hazy red, peach and raspberry. No summer berries. All right, well, we'll see about that, won't we? Oh, yeah, we will. And then a bunch of fine print that says what it is. I knew somebody who had this already and said it is, without a doubt, very red in color. So do not be alarmed. Vampires out there, this could be the IPA for you. Let's crack it. And let's find out. Was it nose? What was the nose? Summer berries. That's vague, isn't it? Summer berries? I mean, come on. It's a lot of berries, of which most of them think they are unique in their flavor. So to lump them all, they're not all the same, you know. All right. Got an honest brew. Oh, okay. It's not as red as I had previously heard reported. Kind of a pale, almost rhubarb color. Getting excited and pouring too much. It is 6.5. Let us keep that in mind. Oh, a little bit of cheap plug for honest brew there. But yeah, it looks like almost like I sometimes make. I have almost an out of control amount of rhubarb growing back there. I don't know how to stop it. It's like an invasion of some sort, but it is very good for boiling down and making into like a nectar. That sounds really posh. No, not like that. Whatever, something concentrate that you can add to things like gin and vodka that make a really bad vodkas very good. It looks like that color, very rhubarby, almost like a crumble, which is kind of nice. It's not that off-putting now that I know it's coming. So that's summer berries, halle berries. It's definitely berryish with a bit of malt. I'm getting more of a raspberry there, but that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be summer berries. Tears in his eyes. Yesterday, if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. It has, afterwards, I did the Untapped on it, and it had like a 3.2, and I gave it a 3.8. And I'm currently, it's in the archive. Yesterday, I did this one, the Guelo Peanut Butter and Raspberry Jam Ale. I expected to be blown away by sweetness and to be almost sickly, right? And it wasn't. It was very, very nut forward, more peanut buttery than it was jammy. This is jam. It actually, it is a contender for this peanut butter and jam pale ale as a head-to-head if you are a jam fan. This was for the peanut butter fans. This one's for the jam fans. It does have, like, that had a vanilla adjunct. This one, I do not know if it does because the writing is in kind of Bible print, but it's intense. My cheekbones hurt. It's tart like sour. It feels like a heavy, thick lactose, super sweet, super sour, and a overbearing vanilla kind of thing going on there. What is it supposed to taste like? Peach and raspberry. Peach, raspberry for sure, summer berries, and it's hazy red. I'm not really getting any peach out of it. Maybe a really overripe peach that's just kind of fallen and making an embarrassing mess of yourself. That beer is a side. Beer is taking a back seat to the fruity lactosiness of this. I kind of feel like cider drinkers would like it. With like the really sweet ciders, not the dry ciders. It's crazy. It's a novelty. I don't like it as much as the peanut butter and jam, although it tastes like a peanut butter and jam. I feel like a peanut butter and jam on the thinnest bread ever. So I'm just basically eating like a handful of just peanut butter and jam together and just mashing that into my mouth. That's what this is. I guess it's supposed to be a fruit smoothie because it's got like, I don't know, pounds of lactose in it. Maybe there's some oats on it. I didn't really check. We can look at it let's investigate. Let's investigate together. That's what I think of it. I think it's a funny novelty, but I'm probably going to give it the Untapped. I feel like I'm going to go to Untapped, and Untappers are going to love this, and they hated that, and I'm completely the other way around. That one tasted more like beer. This does not. This is airing towards someone poured half a beer into a smoothie. You know, I asked the question, would it be more smoothie and more beer? And I think the sad answer to that is it's kind of neither. It's falling in the middle, like it doesn't know what it wants to be. Let's share up and just see a little bit more about what the heck they think it is. Now, if I jump to the side, add to the screen, boom. Here, Tiny Rebel is out of Newport. They've been around since 2014. They have a lot of crazy novelty beers. People liking them sometimes. I've heard more than once. Brewdog of the South. Maybe they like that. Maybe they don't. I don't think they have quite the reputation. There was an incident, but not as much as Brewdog. So that a little bit more about Tiny Rebel. There you go. Newport, South Wales. Probably a timeline. There we go. 2014. But here's the FROOZZI. That's the most important thing. You FROOZZI. Fresh fruit. Biscuits, very light on biscuit. Very light on beer. I don't think that they needed to throw more biscuits in there. Caramel coffee biscuits. I don't know. I think that's what they're trying to get out of the vanilla. I'm positive there's vanilla in there. Brew sheet. Tons of lactose. Yeah, sure, some oats. No other content. That's it. That's all we know. It is velvety smooth. I mean, I'll give them that. But it tastes like a cream rhubarb and custard. That it's got that where the vanilla is the key. It even actually has a bit of rhubarb than when I say it, but maybe that's psychological because of its color. But it's really it's difficult. Ugh. All right, that's my review. I'm going to give it like a 7.2, something a little on the low range, but that's probably very much personal preference. If you like super lactosey, super thick, very sweet, very sour, and yet somehow 6.5, I got to hand it to them. They concealed that one, but that's where I'm going. So I'm going to call it there. I have a feeling that Allie, who just poked her head in while I was doing this, probably will like this, actually. She'll probably have some kind of sugar freak out, but hey, that's fine. It's all good. It's all for research, right? All right, I'm going to sign off. Tomorrow I'm on my way to London, then I'm off to Valencia, so I won't have another fruity beer for you tomorrow. I'm going to try and grab one in Valencia, and hopefully I will be able to do something live while I'm there because I won't have a whole lot of editing time. Otherwise, though, Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in both now and in the future. My name is Steve Jaguar. This is Beer Native, and I think that's it. Steve out. It's more smoothie.